You are now tapped into the buzz on Harden Street. Join us in English 427 podcasting for Allen University, where we discuss politics, pop culture, events on campus. You name it, we yapping about it right here on the buzz on Harden Street. Oh yeah, don't get stung, get sprung. We live in the hive. Hey, you know.
Hey y'all, it's y'all favorite host back again, Shay on the beat, and y'all already know it's another episode. Oh, thank you, Audio Man. It's another episode, and today we're going to be discussing some politics. We're going to be highlighting Black History Month icon, and we're going to be talking about hookup culture and dating. But before we get into all of that, we're going to do some introductions. I'm going to swing it to my left.
What's good? We not sprung, we stung. And it's Tim. Let's go.
Yo, your boy, it's your boy James.
Yo, JT, and I'm back in. Eat my back in. It's nothing less, nothing more. Let's do it.
Yo, it's Jameer just mixed here, QB1, big brr.
Hey y'all, it's Mac.
Okay, and we're going to kick things off talking about the plane crashes that's been going on, because I know y'all have been on social media and seeing everybody scared to fly, scared to travel, terrified because there's been an alarming amount of crashes throughout, not even just the U.S., but even recently in Canada. So I just wanted to know what y'all think about that, just to start it off.
Yeah, that's not good. It's been a lot of weird stuff going on ever since 2025 has started, and the plane crashes is one of them. It's just you can't trust it right now. A lot of people are debating. Like I got my mom's, she's finna go to Cancun next month, but she don't know about that flight because she not ready to risk it.
Okay. Does anybody else have any input?
I definitely think the plane crashes has definitely been something of a tragedy lately. And the thing is, that's kind of setting me off. When I woke up this morning, I was on the phone with my mom, and she was like, "It's actually been like way more, 10 times more plane crashes, like maybe like something in the 100 ballpark that's been happening lately."
I seen something like 87 to record.
Yeah, something like that, and that's crazy. And now that I do my research, come to find out Mr. Elon Musk has something to do with, because I guess like Elon Musk is like an advisor of Trump or whatever. So I just feel like it's crazy how it's like all falling together. But Trump, I'm not gonna say he directly caused those crashes, but the recent layoffs and firings and budget cuts definitely has a part to play in the plane crashes.
Yeah. So I was actually going to ask that question, so I'm skipping it. So do you think that it'll affect these agencies, these travel agencies, these crashes? Like, a lot of people aren't flying anymore, so they're losing billions of dollars in flights. A lot of people are now choosing to take like Amtrak, the train, or they're just going to drive where they need to go. But do you think it's going to affect travel in general? Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's going to affect along with traveling. It's going to affect the people that work. People not going to get paid. They're not going to be able to get called in for work. So that's going to hurt the environment as well.
More so of like I said, like she was saying, the airplane companies and stuff like that, because people take planes, more than they take trains and buses. Like planes will get you places way quicker than, land vehicles, I should say. So that's going to affect them like big time.
yeah, concern of mine, I know I'm the host, but I have something to say. A concern of mine is that with the current state of the way that the country is looking, I feel like this is an attack on our civil liberties to be able to leave the country if we needed to. I feel like a lot of people now don't feel safe. A lot of people's plans initially when Trump was reelected was to leave the country. And a lot of people had plans to move to other places that are more liberated and that contain protections for citizens, especially specifically black citizens. And so I feel like this is kind of a way of attacking that choice to leave. And I think that that's the scary part, because now we can't leave. Now we're kind of trapped in a way. And I know that, you shouldn't be paranoid and you should always believe that God got you, but we also need plane technicians. We need people that are checking the planes before they take off. We need people that are making sure that the engine is good, making sure that the wing balance is all together. I don't really know the technology of the planes, but y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah, when you put it like that, because me and my mom was talking about it a couple days ago, and like whenever something going on in the world, my mom always say like that might be a distraction. Like that might make us focus on that because it's something bigger going on. But when you put it like that, that's really what it is. Like, because everybody plan was to leave, so yeah, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that's scary. I ain't gonna lie, that's scary.
Yeah, definitely going to affect my travels. Mine's only been on like 2 flights in my entire life, but am I gonna get on more since more people have been laid off? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna stick to driving because that could really be like any one of us in like a freak accident, but it's not so freakish because it's somebody that's making it happen. But I don't think we are like pressing who's ever like Trump. I don't think we're pressing him hard enough to like be like, hey, like you might want to let these people keep their job because they know what they're doing. And as you can clearly see, once you let these people go, things go down, things go left. And yeah, I'm not getting on a flight no time soon. I will be driving for sure.
Yeah, I think that also like kind of trying to transition that into like making it kind of a federal issue. A lot of Trump's administration was based in ideologies of trying to save federal dollars and trying to make sure that we put them towards things that he finds quote unquote more important. And essentially, I really don't know what it is that he's investing this money into. I really don't know. I really can't tell y'all. But but do y'all think that it's connected to that?
I definitely feel like it's a bigger play happening that we don't know about because, like I mentioned earlier, I didn't even know like Elon was like some sort of advisor to Donald Trump. So he's like advising him where he should allocate the federal funding. So I definitely think it's like something bigger at play, and I just can't quite put my finger on it. I'm starting to get really fishy of Elon Musk and Donald Trump working together, because that just seems like a tragedy for the American people, quite frankly.
Yeah, we scared.
Anybody else got anything to say? Okay, well, let's transition onto a brighter note, onto a better topic. Let's talk a little bit about Black History Month, and let's do our Black History Month highlight early this time because typically we do it at the end of the show, but I don't think that Miss Alice Walker could wait. Let's talk about the womanism movement. Is everybody familiar with what that is?
Please, uplift.
No?
Uplift.
Yeah, enlighten me.
Okay, well, the womanism movement, I'm glad you guys asked, is a lovely movement that was created for Black women because white women had the women's suffrage movement. And during the women's suffrage movement, I'm not sure if y'all are familiar, but Black people were still enslaved, specifically Black women. And the rights that they were defending were not for Black women. They were not intended for Black women. So around like the 1980s, I'm pretty sure, after the civil rights movement, after the women's suffrage, this was way later in life, we were already freed, but Black women still were suffering and still were under ridicule and were still not getting the rights that they needed, still not getting the access to voting rights, still not getting the access to simple property ownership rights. Like, we literally could not buy a house. We were still somebody's property. If it wasn't a white man, it was a black man who owned us. So Alice Walker and a bunch of other black women decided to band together to create the womanist movement. And I'll pass that on to somebody else.
She was also, based off of research, she was also an American novelist, a short story writer, poet, social activist. She became the first African American woman to win the Pulitzer Prize for fiction. And I think she was awarded for her novel, The Color Purple.
Mm-hmm.
I guess another thing that's like pretty significant about Miss Alice Walker, she attended Spelman College in the early 1960s, and through attending Spelman College, she actually met Dr. Martin Luther King, and I guess they chopped it up, as we would say, made some connections, and then she was actually a participant and active member in the 1963 March on Washington with other fellow African Americans and Martin Luther King. So that just goes to build her resume and her activism.
Yeah, I think something that also stood out to me when I was researching her, because I really kind of only knew about like the book that I knew about, which was her book on womanism. And I was like, let me do a little bit more digging into her early life. So she actually was permanently blind in one eye when she was a child. Her brother shot her in the eye with a BB gun by mistake, which her family could not afford care at that time. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that time for black people, but medical care was not really a thing. And that's another thing that we can get into another day because that's still relevant today. Mm-hmm. But she was not able to get help. She was raised into poverty. And she somehow still came like out of all of that above. She graduated high school valedictorian of her class in 1961. And like you said, she attended Spelman College. And then she went to Sarah Lawrence College in New York. And then she graduated there in 1965. So she was definitely a pillar in the community. And she paved the way for a lot of black women like myself who are into writing and into flipping the script for just like everything that's been taken away from us and still giving that liberation back to who we truly are and empowering us.
Yeah. Shout out to Alice Walker because like Shay mentioned earlier, she was really like a pioneer of what we call feminism right now. Back then it was, or even now we can still use womanist, but I guess the term womanist has kind of faded out to be feminism because feminism touches on all of things that include women. But being a womanist really touched on things that included black women specifically. But she is definitely a pioneer of what we know as feminism today. And shouts out to Alice Walker for that because we know they needed that the way they was getting treated back then. Crazy.
Yeah.
And just to kind of like build on that point, just to be clear, feminism is not womanism. And womanism was not only created for black women, but now has kind of transitioned into a movement to include all women of color. So unfortunately, it's kind of been taken away from black women like most things. But it also includes trans women who also did not have a place in the feminist movement. They did not have any protections at all. They still don't have barely any protections at all. So shout out every womanist out there. There's so many more that wrote so many more books and did so much more, but we'll get to them later. Talking about women, though. We were having a debate in here when we were trying to decide what topics to discuss this week on our podcast, and things got a little heated, I will say. they got heated because
It wasn't
we're
heated.
discussing hookup culture and male and female roles in relationships, and let's say heteronormative relationships to be more specific, because yeah, that's what male and female relationships mean. So let's start off with the first question off rip. Why can't people keep it in their pants? Why do y'all think that? I mean, and to specify that question a little more, why do y'all think that it's so hard for people to date like how they did back in the day, and it's hard to get a personal relationship with the person before they want things to get, como se dice, physical?
I don't know. I think it's because lately we've been more exposed to those type of things. I know, like, back then it was kind of like normal for like women to like cover up or stuff like that, right? But I feel like lately, like, even for guys too, like, it's just, I feel like we're all putting it out there. Like, back then it was, we tried to protect like children from seeing type of stuff like that, but I feel like nowadays it's just normal for it to be put in their face. So I think just under influence, naturally, we all just get a little bit, I guess, more.
Just don't want to grow up. That is why
I'm sorry.
I don't want to grow up, especially these college students.
Wait, let's talk into the mic. So start that over.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Especially college students, boys. They just want to be, what we say, a 403. I think that's what.
304.
3 or 4, whatever it is. Yeah, that. I have multiple boys told me that the reason they don't want to settle down while they dibbing and dabbing to different girls is because they want to experience before they, get older. They want to go ahead and get that all out their system. But no woman's going to want some man who done had everybody and had anything. So, yeah, that's why y'all can't keep it in y'all pants.
It's not everybody.
Surely ain't.
I feel like it's kind of like what bro was saying. Like, everybody just more exposed now. Like, it's not like how it used to be because they was more closed off. Like, just like for both sides. Like, if you walk out the house wearing some type of clothes and your grandma or your mom don't like it, they go, go take that little skirt off. It's too short. It's because that's what they come from. But now it's everywhere you go, her butt hanging out. Oh, dudes wearing tight jeans and certain stuff to show off this. So I feel like it's both sides. Like, you can't really point a finger, but that's just how it is.
Yeah, it's both sides, man. Like, you can't get mad at a dude for saying how you feel because you wearing some booty shorts. I mean, hey.
Well, let me step in. I think that this all stems from what I like to call rape culture, and the adultification of Black girls and women in general. I think that being a girl who was developed earlier, I used to get called fast a lot. I went to predominantly white schools and got dress coded almost every single day. And I would be wearing the same clothes that the white girls wore, but because my body was more developed and because I had more hips, more thighs, it just seemed as though I was wearing something that was inappropriate, but it wasn't. And so I think that it doesn't just stem from men only. I think that it also comes from a lot of insecurity from older women as well. I think that the sexualization of Black girls specifically is something that I really want to talk about, but that's separate. And also rape culture, going back to that. The same excuse that you just used to say that just because a girl wore that outfit that men should be free to say whatever they would like to say.
No, I'm not saying men should feel free.
No, don't cut me off because I let you speak. I let you speak. Don't
hold on.
No, I let you speak.
Hold on,
I let
ma'am.
you speak.
Okay.
I let you speak. I let you speak.
Okay.
I let you speak. I'm speaking. Thank you. So, like I said, rape culture has upheld this dominance for men to feel as though they can say whatever they would like to say. They can do whatever they'd like to do because a woman is dressed a certain way. And I really want you guys to hear me when I say that. Because just because a woman is dressed a certain way doesn't mean that you have to come out your mouth and say something sideways to her. That's disrespectful.
Okay, well, respect yourself.
Respect yourself.
Respect yourself. Why are you wearing these clothes? Why are y'all continuously wearing clothes to show y'all body and then
Because
expect
it's
no one to
hard.
say anything to y'all?
And this also goes back to
no,
the decision.
that's facts. That's
no,
factual.
It also goes back to the decision of Roe v. Wade. I'm giving actual facts. So let me tell you something about Roe v. Wade. The whole conversation about my body, my choice is not just about abortions. It's about women having full autonomy and control over their bodies. When you say something like, well, why would you wear that anyway if you didn't want? That's the same validation that rapists use when they rape women. They say, why would she wear that outfit around me? Why would she come into this room wearing that if she didn't want me to rape
did
her?
we say we were rapists on here?
I'm not saying that, but
okay,
I'm making a connection.
Move on. Next question.
I'm making a connection and you're getting mad because I'm being
because
bad.
you're connecting that to rape.
Because it is connected.
It is.
Because it is
We're
connected.
talking about
It's connected.
It's not, but
It
go on.
is.
Go on.
It is.
Okay, host. Go on.
Anyways, like I said, coming from a woman's perspective and having full autonomy over my body, I would just like to say that if a man comes out the side of his neck and I have an outfit on that I put on and I'm feeling confident and I'm feeling myself and he goes out the side of his neck and says something disrespectful to me, I have the full right to go in on him, period.
So I agree. I definitely agree with both of y'all, but like I just feel like my point was more like neutral. Like if it's more stuff exposed, like you can go on Instagram, see naked girls. You can go on Twitter, see naked girls. You go anywhere, see naked girls, or like certain type of dudes. You like. I just feel like the world just more horny or something. Like everywhere you go, it's just
okay. But do
for
y'all
both
go on
though,
social
for both.
media and comment under them girls, them type of female posts and saying, why you wearing that? Do y'all go on there or do y'all just say it out loud? And
no, look, I ain't talking about what nobody's saying. I'm just saying why people can't keep their stuff in their pants because everybody can see or go somewhere and see whatever they want to see, and it's just everybody more horny. Like I can go on Instagram right now and in 2 seconds go and explore. It'll take 2 seconds and find something. Like you feel me? Like that's crazy. Like I'm just explaining how the generation is not how it used to be. Like women back in the day, they gonna wear longer skirts. They gonna wear certain clothes for that exact reason.
But they were still getting raped and assaulted and verbally assaulted.
I didn't bring up rape.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's just say rape is not okay. Rape is not okay.
We're not saying that y'all are saying rape is okay. I'm saying that they're connected because when you allow certain things to be said, then a lot of men will think that certain things are allowed to be done. I'm not calling y'all rapists. I'm not calling all men rapists. I'm just saying that when you allow certain things to be said, it can lead to the ideology that things are allowed to be done to women and that these women are wearing these things as an invitation for men to come and do things to them. And that's not what the case is. That's what I'm saying. And the same goes for men too. A lot of men get sexually assaulted too. A lot of men get sexually harassed as well. But frankly, the statistics say that women get more sexually assaulted, and specifically black women.
I mean,
we
it's
are being
definitely
targeted.
Look though, it's definitely none of that is okay. What I'm saying is, all right, cool. I'm in the mall. It's a girl wearing such and such, and I ain't gonna fake. She got me feeling type of way because I can see what I want to see. 9 times out of 10, you put it's not your fault. You're not trying to, but the thing on my mind is her booty big and her breasts look good, so I'm horny, but I'm about to act in a horny way. Like I'm about to not like say nothing crazy, but that's what's on my mind. Like, damn, like I ain't touched that. Like I'm just saying how people think when they see everywhere they go, big booties exposed and breasts exposed. Like it's not okay to think like that either. I'm just saying that's what at the end of the day we are men, so every corner I turn, man, I can't see booty and breasts, bro. I ain't gonna fake. Y'all already look good, like.
So basically,
some men can't handle themselves.
But that's what I'm saying.
So basically, it's a two-way street.
It's a two-way street, fact.
I think, like I said, women, y'all gotta respect yourselves. You know, cover up if you don't want nobody to say something. Men, you don't always have to say what you think.
Cause
y'all really limiting us for putting something on because you literally just said
because men can't help themselves,
or they can't help themselves, or if you don't want nobody to say nothing,
everybody can't help themselves. Everybody can't help themselves. Okay,
you can feel confident. You can wear what you want to wear. I was just saying to make it neutral.
All genders,
that mean you limit
whether you transgender or regular gender, everybody has to be better. Let's just keep it like that. Everybody has to do better.
That's fair. Cause
That is fair, though.
Just because she wearing this, we shouldn't feel. We shouldn't feel. We shouldn't have horny thoughts. I guess like just because y'all wearing that, but
Exactly. Yeah.
but you also ain't making me think about nothing else. You
Better,
not
right.
So that go back to your
Like I'm finna
mindset.
wear these
Like,
finna wear these high skirts, and then I'm going. Nobody better not look at me.
exactly like y'all
What?
should.
No, that's
Y'all-
not what we think. We think, okay, we want to pick up. We feel confident. Some
That's
people
cool.
have body insecurity, so when they feel comfortable wearing that, and y'all saying that, if you don't want nobody to say nothing, you shouldn't wear that. Why would y'all want us to limit ourselves to what we want to wear and what we feel confident wearing?
So look, we not limiting y'all, but okay, cool. Like
Well, y'all need to use better choice of words.
listen, cool. I got.
But it's not everybody.
I got you.
Nah.
I got you. I got a great analogy for you. Cool. If I go home, I put my rollie on. I pull out in the Benz tonight. I know what kind of attention I'm gonna draw. Somebody might want to ride me tonight. I might be in the wrong place. I know me and the boys gonna hit a couple clubs. I know what type of attention I'm gonna draw. If you expect to walk out the house comfortable, cool. But expect what type of attention you gonna draw. People gonna look at your butt. It's exposed. Somebody might be drunk and say something crazy to you because you're exposed. You gotta know what come with it. If you gonna ride around like this, you have to know what come with it. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
But I think that language like that allows a lot of dangerous rhetoric to go out there. I think that mind, like, do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like that mindset, like that men can't control themselves. Oh, he's just a man. Like that's just his natural desire. He needs to be like that. No, he does not.
No,
Nobody
I ain't never heard
validated that.
nobody say that.
But
Yeah.
that's exactly the narrative that comes from what you're saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like this idea that, oh, well, men can't control themselves, so women just need to cover up more. Women just need to wear more to attract less attention. That's not how that works, because I personally have been fully covered up and still gotten harassed, still gotten followed home. I was a kid and I still got followed home. So it's not about what women wear. It's about what these men are being taught. It's about what's being taught in these homes with these young men and these young boys. It's how you raise them up. Because if you allow your son to feel like it's okay to go out there and harass women, then you're not raising him right. You're raising
I don't
him
think
in
nobody
underneath
raised
but I'm saying that
like
you're
that.
raising, I'm not saying that y'all are raised that way. I'm just
I don't think
saying.
anybody is though.
I think that they are.
Raised to be a rapist? No.
Yes.
No.
I feel
That
like
sounds
you're
crazy.
trying to throw the blame on mostly the men and not thinking about it from our point of view.
Yeah, I
our
feel
point
like
of view
I feel like I probably did say that wrong, but I cleared it up when I said you have to know what come with what you bringing. Like
on both sides.
if you gonna pull up like this, expect something. Like it's no way you expect people to just not look or nothing.
Yeah.
Like no, that's not real. That's not real. I'm not penalizing the women or the man, but I'm just saying you got to know what come with it. If
But
I'm riding around with 40K every day, somebody might try me one day.
Exactly.
Okay, if you riding around looking like this, it's nothing wrong with how you looking. Be comfortable, but you have to expect it though. You have to. That's not real.
Expect the unexpected.
Facts, and this is
That's how the world
cruel,
is.
This is a real cruel world that we live in. Not saying it's okay for anybody to get raped. But
Yeah,
if
it's
I could go
not
outside,
okay.
If I could go outside and get murdered for having a couple $100s in my pocket, then I'm sorry, anything can happen to anybody.
Yes.
Like, not
So
saying
y'all are trying to compare.
it's comparable. I can.
It's an analogy.
I throw my hands in the air with this because honestly, y'all not hearing me. I'm hearing y'all and I get what y'all are trying to say, but what I'm trying to say is that the culture itself is what the problem is.
Oh, definitely.
It's not
changed.
about
It's gotten worse.
Exactly.
That's
but
a
that's
fact.
what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about how you should just expect the unexpected. It's not about that. It's about the fact that the natural state that I've seen personally, I'm not going to speak for everybody else up in here, but that I have seen is nasty. It's nasty. Men do not take no for an answer anymore. They do not accept boundaries that you set. They are disrespectful. They will grab you. They will do things to you that without your consent. And I'm speaking about men at this college in particular.
Yes.
So a lot of y'all's friends actually. So
Yes.
don't sit up here and try to tell me that my experiences are not valid because you have not experienced it.
No, all that
Point
is
blank
facts
period.
though. All that
Point
is
blank
facts.
period.
There's
I mean,
professors-
Point
blank
want to-
period.
There's our co-workers right now who's getting leave because of certain things and how they treat certain people. Mm-hmm. Like some females don't even feel. Some females don't even feel like going certain places anymore on this campus because they know how
They
a
feel
certain man
unsafe.
is. There are men I don't even feel comfortable in my own dorm because I know certain men that work here, they are perverts. They like looking at females. You could be like, you mean to tell me I can't go downstairs and wash my clothes late at night or in the afternoon with some shorts on and a robe or something, and without a man be sitting in the lobby looking at me?
Right.
So like,
It's about respecting boundaries.
That's a fact,
That's
though.
what it's about.
We said that, like, times has changed. Like, it's bad. Like, yeah, we all agree with that.
But I
On
just
both
don't
parties.
feel like there should be any. I feel like the blame should not be majority placed on women.
We didn't say majority.
And I'm not saying that it should be mainly placed on men either. And like y'all said, it should be neutral. But at the end of the day, women are being attacked more than men are. Women have the less advantage physically. We cannot beat a man up. I can't beat up a grown man. I can't defend myself against a grown man. So if something happens to me, I am the victim in that situation. And nothing about what I'm wearing should be discussed, period.
Facts.
Moving on.
Yeah.
That's a fact, though. But,
facts,
hey, times change. I
It's
don't know.
cultivated by the culture, like you
That's what
said.
I'm saying.
Like, it's everything that's been happening on social media, whether it's on TV or social media, it's all been, people are like, I guess in a way they're studying, that type of,
It's being
I know what you're saying. Like,
yeah.
if you
yeah.
see it on Instagram and on
That
TV
behavior.
every day, everybody walking around like, oh, that's my type or that's what I want type.
Mm-hmm.
And so they
or
go
even
looking
those
for it.
like pop the balloon videos, like
Yeah.
those are disgusting to me. I think they're awful to watch, and I think that people are laughing at them, but it degrades women. I'm not sure if everybody who's listening. is
men too?
familiar.
Yeah, it be
Social
men.
media definitely
But-
destroy the world for sure.
I think that like a
Multiple
lot of
ways.
people go on there to just show their hatred for the opposite gender, and I think that people go on there to basically project their insecurities and make someone feel awful about themselves. So it definitely is social media that has this influence. I think it's nasty out here. I think that everybody needs to just be celibate because, quite frankly, people are not getting tested out here. People are not going to the clinic. People are not getting the help that they need. Me personally, like, I done switched genders and all. I'm not really messing around with men right now because that's my own boundary. But
Just speaking on not getting tested, like some men are so disrespectful. Say like I'll say I was a boy say I was a boy and I got dogged by this one female or this one female gave me some. Some men do not go out telling these women that they have certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So like you risking
girls do that
on
too.
somebody's life.
Yeah, and go ahead and
Yeah,
pass
facts.
it right down.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So that's another way that men do not respect women.
It's
Yeah,
both,
that's
both
both
sides.
that's a
both
whole,
sides.
that's a whole different
I'm
debate
saying I
now.
see that more in
That's-
men. I
that's
see
a-
that more in men.
I know.
Men not telling on women.
But that example you just gave
It-
showed
But I think
like
it's
both
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 ain't
sides.
it?
That's a 50.
Yeah, that's a different debate.
Everybody messed up. Anybody moving like that is crazy.
Yeah.
So
Literally.
that could be anybody. That's personal.
yeah, that's more of like a.
And that
People
should be one of
being
the first
embarrassed.
questions you ask somebody before you even you
Right.
clean.
Yeah.
So do y'all think that hookup culture is taking over dating?
Definitely.
Yes.
Yes.
Once again, everywhere you go, you see this, you see that, you see this, you see that. You looking for this type of type.
Yeah.
And if it ain't that, then I ain't really trying to. So
Yeah, or one moment they lying to you, feeding all these lies in your head, and then, I mean, when push comes to shove, they show their true colors, and you be like, oh, well, they wasn't with me the whole time for real.
Yeah, I think lately, like having multiple pieces on the side has been so popularized lately. It's just, it feels like it's almost impossible to get somebody that's like really faithful out here, like talking to nobody. Like that's an impossible challenge. Like everybody has something on the side in some shape, fashion, or form. And I just feel like that idea that I should have multiple pieces, it's just a lot of people has that idea now. So it's like when you catch somebody, you got to make sure like, did you cut such and such off? They might tell you, yeah, but then again, people be lying too. And unless you finna go through that phone and break your own heart, it's no real way to check.
yeah, back to the culture. I feel like the culture's so bad. Everybody trying to play it safe, trying to make sure. Oh, I feel like he won up, or I'm not sure, so I'm gonna keep talking to my little woody woo. So y'all both talking to y'all other woody woo, trying to see if the other one talking to they woody woo. It's just all bad.
Yeah, the problem is communication. I don't think this generation or the culture is embedding communication. Let me know what your intentions are before we move on forward. That's the problem.
Starts at home too, but also social media plays a big factor in the new generation too.
Yeah, I was also gonna say it starts at home. Like, I feel like our generation really doesn't have a lot of good examples of what love looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody comes from a broken home. Like, my parents have been together for 25 years almost. I've never seen them. I've seen them fight maybe one time, and anytime they did fight, they never fought in front of us. And so I think that I've seen a great example of what love looks like, and I've seen what healthy relationships can look like. But I think that a lot of people let, like you guys said, like social media get in the way of what reality really is. People want a perfect relationship off the rip, and nobody is perfect at this point in time. We all 20, 21, 22,
Facts.
23. Nobody is perfect at this point in time, and people are looking to date to marry right now. And I think that's another part of the issue, because none of us are prepared for what marriage really takes. Like,
No.
financially, emotionally, physically, none of us are there. And so I think that honestly, the best thing to do at this point in time in our age is really focus on yourself and focus on bettering you, because your own personal growth and your own personal self-love is really what's the priority and what you need to put on the pedestal.
Yeah,
Because if you
can't
don't love
expect
you,
to
you can't love
someone if you
somebody
can't
else.
love yourself. Mhm.
Exactly.
That's facts.
Okay. So speaking of dating, do y'all believe in them 50-50 relationships?
Yes, I do believe that, it should be 50-50 in a relationship.
In most cases, I mean, I should say nowadays, 50-50 is okay. But if you want to get more technical, it's really the man that's supposed to provide, Now, however, and like I said, we're not putting y'all in the category of no housewife or nothing like that. No, we're just saying, it's in the book, like it's in the Bible. Like,
If
it's
you
a
believe
man's
in the
nature
Bible.
to love and provide for their family. So I kind of agree with the 50-50, but
Yeah, I mean, the 50-50 cool depending on circumstances.
yeah.
I feel like, I ain't gonna say I'm willing to do everything, but I'll do 80, I'll do 70. I need something. I need to know you care. I need to know you love me, baby.
Facts.
Facts.
I need to know something. Like, I ain't going outside. That's slow.
Okay, but like I see, like when you say men are their job is to provide and stuff. I seen growing up, like, okay, like my father, he works, but like he tells my mama that he don't want her working. But when my mama, like, high maintenance. If my mama wants something and you tell her no, then like you say you're gonna provide for me, you're gonna be able to get what I want. So now you telling me I can't work, but you're not being able to give me what I want. So that's why I say no, it should be 50-50. So I want to be able to work too, to
Provide
have
for
their own little
himself.
stats, because man is not always gonna give them exactly what they want all the time.
And that's why
Facts,
I say,
Yeah.
I do 70. That's cool, because that 30 could be something. Yeah, like everybody have rainy days. So if I have a rainy day, I need to know you got something put up for us. Like, I got to know you can hold it down. Like,
And vice versa.
yeah, for sure.
I mean, see, in my house is different. Like my pops go to work. Pops give everybody whatever they want, including moms. So it's different. Like my mom's working, yeah, but I mean, it's really pops that deliver with everything. When it comes from food to shoes, pops buying it.
Same here, but it's like my dad, before he passed away, Lord bless his soul, but he treated my mom like he took care of our family, but he also gave room and allowed her to work and have her own money, spending money, whatever she wanted to do, and still, come back home, make sure clothes is ready or whatever, stuff like that. Typical wife duties.
What are typical?
I have an issue with that. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I
I wasn't
issue
trying to
with
make
that
it. I
wording.
wasn't trying to part of my delivery, but I wasn't trying to categorize y'all like in that type of thing. But
Shoot, you ain't categorizing me. I ain't nobody wife. But
But wait. Before we segment, let me just get my little 2 cents out.
okay.
I feel like it really depends on who you are and who you're dating. Like, I've been in some relationships where we could go 50-50. That's cool. But I've also been with some people where I'm like, dang, like I see you ain't got nothing in your pocket, but I kind of like you, so I'm still work with you. So that's when it start becoming 70-30, 80-20. But my ballpark preference is not 70-30, it's really 60-40, because I feel like we have to be equal. Of course, I'm gonna give it more naturally because I'm a man, and I feel like I got to see my lady, you know what I'm saying, how I want to see her, you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna give a little extra. Now, if I had kids, which I don't, if I had kids, I'm gonna also give extra because I gotta make sure my kids straight. But
Is this the same JT from Tuesday?
Right.
this is the same JT.
from Tuesday?
No, because y'all would have let me say what I had to say. So
You the Prince of Bel Air or something. Like,
I ain't gonna lie. And then that Tuesday when I went, I ain't gonna say when I went home, but when I went to Shorty house, I swear to God, I put it to the test. Cause when I said that the first time, I ain't really asked her for juice yet. But
You know you did.
but when I went over there that Tuesday, I swear to God, I was right next to the refrigerator and she was all the way across the room. I said, "Hey, can you please give me some juice?" And she was like, "Sure." Bow, I'm a king. I get what I want. Okay. Regardless, period. If you love me, you gonna get that juice out the refrigerator. Pour it for
That's
me.
not what love
Period.
is. That's not what love
Well,
is.
I also have a little 2 cents on just about the relationship 50-50 thing. Speaking from, I guess, a lesbian perspective. I just think that, I don't know, I love spoiling my girlfriend.
Period.
I love to spoil her.
Yeah.
And like, she's more masculine, so I mean, you would expect her to provide, I guess, but I think that I don't really expect that from anybody. I feel like I can provide enough for myself. I don't really come from people who needed a lot, if that makes sense. So like, my parents always kind of, if I need it and I don't have it, I'm gonna have it. And if I don't have it, it's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me. And I think that like a lot of times, like, if you're trying to get into a relationship, I don't think that if you're not able to support yourself, you should, because I think a lot of times women start to rely on whoever they're dating to like help them with everything. And then when things get rough and it's time to like break up, that person might get a little crazy and abusive because they done paid for everything for you. So now they kind of feel like they own you. And that's where it becomes problematic because,
Yikes.
I mean, that's just speaking from like what I've observed at least. Like a lot of times, like people will think that because they spend a certain amount on you or they take you here or there and that and the third, that you owe them something. And I think that's where it becomes a little like clouded because like,
That goes to show
we need to understand that
the heart.
Exactly. We need to understand that if we're doing stuff with our money, we need to be doing it out of the generosity of our heart.
And not because you want something. Like, because I do this,
something in return.
That's not how
like because you take me on a date to pho around the corner, don't mean I gotta go to your crib after that. You know what I mean? Like we don't gotta do nothing after that. You could take me right back to my room and I'm gonna go lay in my bed.
Yeah, because a lot of men they do be expecting something after they do something. Like
I was whispering someone's name to you, but I'll forget it.
Okay, well, does anybody ever need?
That's why Steve Harvey wrote that book. Think like a man, act like a woman.
No, I was gonna say
he want to be able to for women to be able to protect themselves for certain men.
Yeah.
Vice versa.
And my mom really was the breadwinner. Like, if I needed anything,
yeah. He was for the woman. He was. For
I think everybody needs protection because no side is really 100% good.
Exactly. You don't know what.
Cause it's ladies out here that's setting up guys for their money.
True.
Passing stuff along.
But I will say
STDs.
it's on the guys for this one because
I
I did some research, and as of 2024, it was 13%. 13% of the gender was woman, of the woman gender. Are they the ones cheating, and then the rest is the man. So.
That statistic needs to be fact checked.
actually, I really don't doubt that one.
No, I'm gonna fact check
really
it.
Don't.
No, you can.
I mean,
you can
it goes
look
back
up right
to
now.
no. It goes back to the same thing we were talking about earlier, right? With how men can't control themselves.
I didn't
their
know.
desires,
I
right?
never
You can't
said that.
control
I never
yourself,
said
even if
that.
you're
I
in a
never said-
relationship.
Hey,
right?
women.
Verbatim, did I
women
say
can't
that?
control themselves neither.
I think I can.
I can control myself.
You know,
I can control myself.
Okay,
I feel like I
okay.
can control myself.
Have you ever had to go through somebody's
Language.
phone? Has anyone ever had to go through your phone?
Oh, my man always goes to my phone. So.
No, I don't let
Just for the
people
fun
go
of it,
through my
though.
phone. That's my personal
That's
business.
just
Yeah,
for the
that's-
fun of it. He go through my iPad too.
I feel like that's toxic, honestly. I feel like there's things in my phone that I don't want anyone to see. and also I have like private things about my money in there, so I just would rather not. And also I just have boundaries for myself. I think it's really important to set boundaries in all relationships, even friendships.
Dang, I wish we had more time. I have a question.
Well, what's your question?
It's a good topic. I can't even
Yeah,
lie.
this is a
It
good
is.
We can
topic.
continue this on.
Well, yeah, let's close this out.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do
Thanks
that.
for listening, y'all. This was a
So sorry I was late.
Michaela, you haven't said anything.
Michaela haven't
And
said
Kayla's the one who
anything.
set this up.
Matt.
for us.
From now.
You literally came
Mac.
up with this question. But y'all low-key been yelling.
All right.
No.
Do
Did,
I
did
wonder
he give
who
up
yelled,
on us?
I don't want those.
you have anything to add?
No.
Okay. Well, thanks for the nice, sweet no. But thanks y'all for coming. Thanks for listening. We done. And catch us next Thursday. We're gonna have some more topics to talk to y'all about. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Yeah.
The buzz on Harder Street, Bookie.
Back ends. Give me those back ends.
What?
Back ends.
You
Yeah.
are now tapped into Buzz on the Harden
Oh
Street.
my god, I just realized there's a camera. I just
Join us.
like,